Greetings, community, and welcome to Entropy and Comic. I appreciate you being here. My name's Kevin, and this is Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day for 2026. Appreciate each and every single one of you that cruise on through, and for those of you that cruise in on live, let's take a moment and say hi. How you do, Las Cruces? I hope all is well with you. Appreciate you stopping in on the live. Let's start off with Marvel. Don't have a whole lot here. Oh wait, Jag too. How you do? Appreciate you. Thanks, Jag. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me as always. All right, let's get to Marvel. Marvel Studios is going to give us Ultimates issue number 23. That's it for me. I'm just saying that as far as all the books that came out, if I recall, this is a 5-week release. Did I say week? 5-month release as far as the weeks are concerned and comic book day releases are concerned. So they tend to try to be a little bit lighter on us. And for me, definitely that helped out because, yes, Marvel Studios is only going to give me one book that I'm looking forward to reading this week, which is the Ultimates issue number 23. This is part of the encapsulation that brings us to the ultimate ending to the Ultimates. We are joined with more forces. Don't want to, spoil anything that is there. Just think about some of the individuals that we yet to really see or have only heard about. So they finally make their appearance in Ultimates 23, which then leads into this ultimate endgame thing that's going on. Another one. There's stuff that's going to be lingering on. It's going to go out through the summer. I'm looking forward to all this because it's been such a thrill to read. I've been having such a wonderful time with the Ultimate series that it is kind of bittersweet, but it's been really enjoyable nonetheless. Moving on from Marvel, that's the only title for me, and let's cruise over to Oni Press. Oni is going to give us Murder Drones, issue number 3. I was right in the idea that for me, Murder Drones works out better as a comic book. It's pretty... Yeah, it's vibrant when it's it's on the video. It's pretty. Yeah, my brain has a hard time processing all that what's going on. I enjoy the series, I enjoy the concept, and for me, it just works out best when it's done in a comic book form. Issue number 3 is coming out on 4/29/2026. Murder Drones, a story about just that. There's these drones out there to murder any last remaining, let's call it sentient, good kind of robot that's out there. As far as people are concerned, you see them in the distance, and they're only referred to as a historical kind of thing in the background, and they're always in this kind of silhouette. So we get a post-apocalyptic style story of these robotics, and it's pretty hardcore and chaotic. I really enjoy the art thoroughly, and the concept, the storyline is really also not only enjoyable, but somewhat rather unique in the sense of how it's being delivered and how it's being told. As I made mention, the art is super vibrant. So if you're not in that hyper, not necessarily realistic, but just wow. I mean, you almost have to drop a tab or something to be able to, it's pretty cool. I really been enjoying it ever since I was introduced to it with that circus. I'm trying to remember what the name of that is. It's part of the Wyatt Kennedy and Joe Ming Yang, the glitch stuff that they do, and I just find it really fascinating. I'm just saying. And again, that is all that is coming out from Oni Press for me that I'm looking forward to reading, which is Murder Drones issue number 3, coming out on 4/29/2026. Let's move out from Oni Press and cruise over to Image Studios. Image, man, they've really been just kind of my go-to publisher of late. I've been reading more Image stuff than any of what you'll see right here. Anything in its entirety as far as any publisher, more than anything from Marvel, obviously more than anything from DC, and as far as almost anything from any other publishing company. Image has been doing it for me. Moving into the first title, which is Pharaoh, issue number 22. I am going to hopefully see if everything works out tomorrow for me. Tony Fleets. I'll be doing a signing event. And yeah, I look forward to not only seeing him and signing these books, but man, I really been enjoying where the direction of this has been going and how he's been reintegrating characters that I really had an endearing, almost love for, and really drew a heavy amount of compassion to in the story of Stray Dogs. Now that I get to see them reintroduced into something that's just horrific, yeah, he really knows how to just pull on my heart and tear strings. He's just ripping me apart as far as how all this setup is for so much great storytelling that I'm on the edge of my seat reading this thing, and it's just I'm just almost white knuckling it as I'm doing so. It's a good thing I keep my comics sitting on the bed and I don't touch them because I'd be wrinkling the hell out of them. I've been enjoying the Pharaoh series as it stands. Here we are, 2 years deep, and I can't get enough. Pharaoh issue number 22 coming out for me and you on 4/29, 2026. Let's move out to this week's Blue Light Special, which is White Sky, issue number 3. I really been enjoying this series thoroughly. It's really, initially, it was just something that seemed like I've heard it before, seen it before, but this concept of a post-apocalyptic tale to where ghosts have taken over and is causing havoc amongst the world, and it's essentially just ravished every known city, every known country, every nation, there's no communication. There's just, yeah. And the fact that we're dealing with something that is so ghastly, ghostly is just simply just fascinating to me. And because I've never really thought about how it would be to be taken over by ghosts, what it would be like to be just ripped apart, almost in a Raiders of the Lost Ark style fashion. Yeah, that's not a good scenario. I really been enjoying this father-daughter storytelling of them trying to seek out what they believe is the last sanctuary nearby and possibly throughout the whole world. And they're just trying to get there without being either torn apart by as I made mention, the obvious threats that's out there, which are the ghosts, and other threats that are out there, which is individuals doing whatever they can in the style of post-apocalyptic desperateness. It just calls for a lot of people doing a lot of things they shouldn't be doing other than helping one another out. I really been enjoying the series of this father and daughter trying to make it as best as they can. And issue number 3, as soon as I get off with this video right here, is pretty much going to be in my hands and being read. And to those of you that cruise on through, I appreciate you. Jag, Las Cruces, you have no idea how much I truly appreciate you guys. As you notice, there's not a whole lot on my reading list. I've been trying to whittle it down, but they have been essentially pretty good reads, just saying. And for those of you who cruise on through on the rewind, I appreciate you greatly. I truly do. And that's it for me. Entropy. You stay.